So Adam, it's a defeat, but a defeat against a very strong Championship opponent this evening. How did you see it?
Yeah, it was golf in class at times, but just said to the players, we can learn a lot from today. We can either say, that's the difference in Championship players or National League players, or we can learn from it and try to be better. And I think the difference in the intelligence, their anticipation of passes, and they're already switched on. I think he highlighted it. I think one of the lads had a shot, and then there's two players that couldn't quite get onto it at the far post, but the fact that they're anticipating where it might go, and I think that's the difference. And like I say, that's our challenge. It's either that's just the difference in the players, or can we try to work on it and be better?
Yeah, and like you said, learning off an opposition like Sheffield United, their team probably has half a dozen Premier League standard players. Looking at that, what can we take from that, do you think, heading into the future?
Yeah, definitely. I think with the actual stats of the game, we probably worked the ball, our general play, into the final third as much as what they did, but they come away with 6 goals and they get half a chance. They're ruthless. So definitely areas for us to improve on there. But in the main, there's some positive bits as well. We don't like getting beat, let alone heavily. So like I say, we'll definitely learn a lot. There'll be some bits that we'll take and go. There's some good stuff out there as well. Really pleased with some of the performances. Even when we changed the side, I thought the team that picked up after an hour was a lot better and a lot more competitive, so that was pleasing. And a little bit of play went into Joe Gray, and he slid Stonesy in was excellent. Stonesy couldn't quite find the finish on the day, but some really good timings of run, and Joe picked up in some good pockets. So throughout the game, I thought there was some really pleasing stuff for us, and now it's we need to make this defeat and this game, playing against this kind of opposition, the making of us, and we can take a lot from it and learn from it. It's important we do.
Yeah, the game started brightly from our side as well, a potential penalty shout as well. Did you see anything in that, or do you think it was just a bit of a clash?
I think it's quite clumsy, and I don't know if it's down the other end. I don't know whether the ref gives it or not. So yeah, we're disappointed, and that can, we're not saying it's going to alter proceedings, but you get the first goal and get a bit of momentum, get a bit of confidence from everybody. You never know, but there was easily probably 4 goals, but I think H made 2 unbelievable saves. George made 1 as well. But I think the things that we're trying to work on and we need to work on is we conceded the first goal from a corner. So we can definitely improve on that. Can we improve on our marking in the box? For sure. Timing of our passing and where to go with our passing for a few of the goals, and we was giving it away, and then you go and get punished. And I think Ash got caught on the ball, and he's probably not used to having that kind of pressure behind him, and if you have to look too much time on the ball, you get punished. And I think that was the thing. They was clinical, weren't they? They robbed us of the ball and then went and punished us, and that's, I think, when you do your learning, if you lose games and if you get punished by those mistakes, and it's important we do learn from them.
Yeah, just speaking on the positives, like I said, the score is the score, but what's the biggest takeaway for you in terms of positives?
I think that how often we got the ball into the final third, into dangerous areas against a very good Championship side, and the bravery that we did show at times to play through their press, which was an intense press, but I think we was brave at times to play through it. And like I say, the amount of times that we got the ball into the final third was really pleasing, and lots for us to improve on still, but there was a lot of positives to take as well.
We built a bit of momentum inside the second half with our 2 goals in sort of 5-6 minutes, whatever it was. What did you see in that window that was most pleasing?
The confidence that come from that. Like I say, it's hard when you come on and you're only getting like half an hour, but I think the impact that those players had was really positive. They all played with a positive mindset, which is pleasing, and some real competition now. I think we're building a really competitive squad, and hopefully that should improve our standards. And like I say, we did get a bit of momentum. There's some good bits of play, and the fact that we did manage to score 2 goals. Probably should have had a third one. And you know, we've got some real good areas. So, like I say, we'll take a lot from it. We'll definitely learn and try to be better and improve. And you know, if we can do that, you know, we've got all the makings of a good solid group.
2 new signings announced today. First, we'll just touch on Joe Gray. How pleased are you to have him through the door, obviously on a permanent?
No, he was excellent. He trained well, and then obviously getting his first minutes. And I think some of the stuff he done was brilliant. Real direct player. You know, took the ball well, looked after the ball really well for us today. He's direct with his running, presses really well, and you know, he can score a goal. So really pleased. He's a young lad, but he's got a lot of National League experience. So really pleased with that. And obviously Greg as well. He's going to take a little bit longer to get up to speed after his injury, but you know, the doctor physios seem really happy with him, and you know, he's itching, he's desperate to get back, so we've got to you know, just be sensible, listen to the advice from the doctor and the physios, and integrate him into the group. It'll take a little bit longer, but another really exciting player.
Yeah, just speaking on Greg, like you mentioned, he had a really unfortunate injury last year, but prior to that, on his day, one of the best in the league. I think that's fair to say. So how excited do you have him through the door and, you know, potentially part of our squad coming up?
Yeah, like I say, it's a real competitive squad, real exciting player. So we've got to manage him. It was a nasty injury, but it's healed nicely. Physios and doctor are happy with how it's healing, how it's coming along. It's now about getting that balance right of pushing him, but at the same time, you know, when he's ready, and you know, he'll be desperate to get integrated into the group. Hopefully he'll see a lot of positives of how we played tonight, and he can implement his game into it as well.
Looking ahead to next week then, Barnsley are our next opponents. Similar to Sheffield United, they've got promotion aspirations in their mind. What will preparation look like heading into that one? Yeah,
we'll have a big week, and you know, also it's probably our toughest day yesterday. It was one of our biggest sessions that we've had, and the lads run, so they would have been fatigued, and it's tough enough to play against Championship opposition anyway, but when you're a little bit fatigued as well. But you know, we're going to ramp that up. It's going to be a tough 2 weeks that we're going to have, so the lads are going to play under a bit of fatigue, but try if we can to learn from tonight. What can we improve on? Can we be a bit cleaner on the ball? Can we tidy up the timing of our movement, the timing of our pass, and defend our goal better? Far too many times crosses went into the box today and they had 3 headers, and you know, that's something for us to really knuckle down on and improve on.
Thanks for your time, Adam.
Cheers.